Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I want to share with you my favorite eye makeup brushes. I have already done a video on my favorite face brushes and I will link it here, and if you want to see this makeup as well, I'll link it under this eye as well. Okay, so face brushes, there wasn't that many, but of course you can imagine I have hundreds of eye brushes, but a lot of them are multiples of the same brush because I have my favorites for each task, so I will share those with you. Really, you probably just need 5 brushes, but I mean 5 types of brushes. You need laying down brush, crease brush, blending brush and detailing brush. So let's start with lay down brush. So it's like a paddle brush that you would lay down a color all over your lid. So if you using just normal eyeshadow, like a matte eyeshadow or pearly eyeshadow, you want something fluffy and big to apply all over your lid. Let me just tell you, I have some high-end, but I have a lot of Morphe brushes. I remember the time when Morphe used to be so pushed down our throats. I never used Morphe. Then I bought few Morphe brushes and I didn't like them, but I must say that they are getting better and better with brushes and the eyeshadows. So I do have some favorite Morphe brushes. Okay, so I've got these two. So these are quite big and fluffy, but paddle brushes, and you would use those to lay down eyeshadow all over your lid. So I've got Morphe M524 and I also have Morphe E30. I really love the brushes, the E brushes from Morphe, which are they elite. All of them have like these brown tips. These are really good. So I like those. Then I have a bit smaller ones to lay, maybe if you just want to lay eyeshadow just on your mobile lid. I have a Morphe M522. Then I have Louise Young LY39. Very nice brushes. Louise Young's brushes are very nice and they are not terribly expensive, but not very cheap either. And then another one that I like is the Bare Essential Wet Dry Eyeshadow. So these are all, I am not that fast really about this type of brushes because just to lay your eyeshadow down, you can honestly use cheap brush, but that's the ones that I have. Now when you want to apply like a metallic eyeshadow, foiled eyeshadow, you need more of a synthetic brush, and you can use for that small concealer brush because they are quite stiff synthetic brushes and they really pick up those foiled eyeshadows really well. And I've got here IT Cosmetics Flawless Concealer Brush, but again, like I said, they don't have to be expensive. I'm not that bothered about the laying down brushes, that's what I call them anyway. The next very important brush to me is crease brush, and because I've got quite hooded eyes, I like my crease brushes to be quite pointy and slim so I can get really into that crease. So you've known about this one, and this one is probably the cheapest one, but I love it. I've got about 5 of these, and this is the Blank Canvas Cosmetics E42. As you can see, it's very pointy, so it's so easy to get into that crease. One thing I just want to tell you about, when you wash these brushes, especially these pointy ones, once you've washed it and rinsed it, squeeze it and then shape it back into that pointy shape so they don't splay out while they dry, and that way they will keep the shape. You can also use those guards, brush guards. Then I've got Wayne Goss 04 brush. Wayne Goss's brushes are gorgeous as well. They are so soft. So that one is a bit similar to the Blank Canvas Cosmetics. Again, beautiful brush. Remember, not all brushes are equal. It all depends how they made, the type of synthetic, the quality of the synthetic, how the fibers are cut. It's all very important. Then I have another Morphe M507, and this one is the smallest out of them all. So again, it's really nice to work on a crease and your outer V here with that brush. And then you have the Louise Young 38B. Again, nice and small. This one is not as pointy, but it's still quite slim. Very good for your crease. So these were for like your precise crease. Then if you want to start in your crease and blending it out, I like these two, and this is Louise Young LY38. So as you can see, it's got a bit of a more rounded top, but it's still quite small, and Louise Young 38A. So these were my crease brushes. Now blending brushes. So blending brush needs to look a bit like this, a bit more fluffy, nice and soft, so you can blend out the color. You need them to be quite soft and fluffy, because if they were dense, then you would deposit too much color, and you want to blend out that color. So I have here Zoeva 221, which is called Luxe Soft Crease, and you can apply crease color with it, but then you can blend it out at the same time. Another one that I love from Zoeva is 228 Crease. So it is similar, you see, to this Louise Young crease one, but it's much bigger and not as dense. This again, you can apply eyeshadow with it and blend it out. Then Morphe M13, I use this one a lot. And my latest one is the Sonia G. These are quite expensive, but the most beautiful brushes. When you apply your eyeshadow with it, this picks up eyeshadow so well and just leaves the eyeshadow on your eye. There is nothing ever really left on a brush. I don't know how it works, but it's beautiful. So this is the Sonia G Blender Pro, and it is the softest brush ever. I love that one. Now another one that I really like is the Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease, and this one I use for blending out color or applying color on my lower lash line. I have to mention MAC 217. This brush is amazing, because if you look at the shape of it, you would think, yeah, that's a brush to just lay down your eyeshadow. And yes, you can do that. But also, if you hold it that way, you can apply your eyeshadow in a crease. Then if you turn it that way, you can blend it out. So it's like a 3-in-1 brush. The only problem with MAC 217 is that every 217 you get, it looks a bit different. Like this one is quite compact, but I've got another one somewhere that is much fluffier. Let me see if I can see. Oh yeah, there it is. So forgive, I've got eyeshadow on this one. So comparing these two, can you see how this one is fluffier and this one is more compact? Sometimes they vary a bit. I really love MAC 217, but you don't have to have it, because Morphe has a very similar one like this one. But I'll talk about this in a minute. But that's what I love. I love MAC 217. I've got 2 or 3 of those. Okay, now that sort of brush, it's like a quite a fat, big dual fiber bullet brush, and this is amazing for your cream eyeshadows. So you know, like I've got the Charlotte Tilbury's Eyes to Mesmerize in pots. I love applying it with that brush, and this is Morphe R32. I've got another one that is very similar, and this is from Glam Doll 324. I don't know if these are that easy to get. I think I got it in PR ones. But I really love that brush for applying my cream eyeshadow. And now I just wanted to give a mention to the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill eye set. I think there is another brush in here, 2, 4, 6. I think there is 7 or 8. And the one that I'm missing might be liner brush that I might have upstairs. But this is amazing starter kit. I think, I can't remember how much it is, but Morphe does forever promotions. I think a few days ago they had 25% off, and this whole set was £40, which I thought was amazing for all these brushes. These brushes might not last you forever, but I've washed them many times, and you know, I get the old hair sticking out, so I'm not saying they are the best, but if you are not a makeup artist, they are adequate. And there is this brush in there that is just like MAC 217. So you have in here one that you can lay your eyeshadow with. You've got a lovely small crease brush. You've got a pencil brush for your lower lash line. You've got a detailing brush for your detail work. You have your blending brush, and the MAC 217 dupe is for all these things. So I would say that this is really worth it. I was very skeptical when I've ordered this set, but I've been using them all the time. I really, really like them. Okay, so now to, I don't know what to call these brushes. They are like extras. So I really love the Real Techniques shading brush. Again, you can lay your eyeshadow with it, but because it is quite small, I like to apply my dark shadow here on the outer V. So I love working with that brush in this area. Another Real Techniques brush that I love, maybe even more than this one, is the iPop, isn't it? Well, they call it InstaPop crease brush. But as you can see, it's angled and flat here, so this one is amazing at just patting your eyeshadow here in this corner as well. Then for pencil brushes, pencil brush is like a little bullet brush that I use on my lower lash line. So you've seen one in the Jaclyn Hill set. I've got here Makeup Geek small crease brush is called, but I use it on bottom lash line. You also probably need one of these, which you can use for liner, for your eyebrows. I don't ever use them for my eyebrows, but I like using them. I don't use many cake liners or gel liners, but I like to wet that brush and use eyeshadow for my liner with it. And this is MAC 263. This one is really good. I know MAC brushes are a bit expensive, but this one is so sharp and thin. It's a wonderful brush. And then something tiny like this, detailing brush. So again, this is Louis Young 17. Again, you can go under on your lower lash line, or you can apply shimmery eyeshadow in a corner. Then I've got Morphe M124, which you can do the same thing with. And then even smaller, Morphe M213, again for those tiny places. And that would be it. I have many more, but the ones that I've shown you are the ones that I reach for every single day, and I have multiples of those brushes. Like I said, it is wonderful to have really high-end expensive brushes because you can really tell the difference. But if you are not a makeup artist and you don't use it for your work, honestly, I think Morphe brushes are adequate. Okay, my lovelies, I will list all these brushes down below. and I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.